Commonly in superhero mediums, we have stories of learning about our powers, learning how to use these powers, and learning what these powers means to them and the people around them. This is important as superpowers are often what defines these heroes as noteworthy characters. The Japanese anime Dororo differs from its approach to superpowered characters, as the journey is not about developing the powers, but rather losing the powers. The story follows Hyakimaru, a teenager who is cursed at birth, losing all his limbs, skin, and all his senses, including sight and hearing. While this sounds like an impossible thing to survive, this is in fact the source of what makes him a superpowered entity in this world. Without his hearing and sight, he connects to the world in a spiritual way that gives him beast-like instincts and perception almost akin to Daredevil. As well as his increased senses, he was raised by a prosthetics maker who replaces lost limbs with weapons that will allow him to combat the demons of the world. Now, this leads us to the progression of the story in Dororo. In order for Hyakimaru to restore his humanity and the things he lost at birth, he must seek out demons that inhabit the world. Hyakimaru, at the start of the series, is by all means a superpowered character. By no means is he a hero, but he has his moments. He begins the story as basically unbeatable by anyone or anything in his series, harboring insane agility and reflexes due to his circumstances. And as the story progresses, Hyakimaru gets weaker. Whenever he defeats a demon, he regains something he had previously lost. He regains his sight and loses his blindness that enhanced his many other senses. He gains his hearing, and it takes days or weeks for him to learn how to listen to the world. He regains his limbs, losing his iconic prosthetic weapons that carried him throughout the whole series. Again, Hyakimaru's journey is not about becoming stronger and mastering these powers. It is about regaining his humanity that had been stolen from him in exchange for all the things that had made him powerful and special. Commonly in many superhero mediums, we see how superheroes often view their powers as a curse. We've seen it with mutants in X-Men, and even sometimes with Spider-Man. That very concept is at the forefront of this story. By the end of the story, Hyakimaru is no longer the strongest guy in the room or even the world. He's vulnerable, but he's found his humanity. And that's what Dororo contributes to the superhero genre. It's not about how much power you have. Dare I say, it's not even about the powers at all. It's about who you choose to be, and Hyakimaru chooses to be a human. And that's just beautiful stuff.